What makes you so sure China isn't a military threat to Australia?
Because I've got a brain, principally, and I can think, and I can read, and I read every day. Underlying all this stuff about the need of nuclear power is the idea that China has either threatened us or will threaten us. This is a distortion and it's untrue. The Chinese have never implied that they would threaten us or said it explicitly. Now, the idea that we need American submarines to protect us, if we buy 8, 3 are at sea, 3 are going to protect us from the might of China. Really? I mean, the rubbish of it, the rubbish. There's 3 leaders standing there, only one is paying. Our bloke, Albo. The other 2, they've got the band playing, happy days, I hear again. The American president can hardly put 3 coherent sentences together.
Hey friends, Mario Cavallo here. I was thinking about the AUKUS agreement, United States, UK, Australia, $368 billion being spent by Australia, a really important investment to protect their island. I mean, China's going to attack them at any moment. They need those nuclear submarines. So let me go through the list here of countries China has attacked over the last 4 decades. They've dropped bombs on, massacred hundreds of thousands of innocent families, citizens of other countries, attacked, started war with. Here we go. Let's begin. That's it. Have a great day.
Before I had been in China, and before I'd been interested in the country, I knew about this difference. I assumed that it was not us, the Westerners, that were brainwashed. I thought it was the Chinese people that were brainwashed, and this is what most people in the West believe. All the Western media say the same thing about China. All the Western media can't be wrong. That's what I used to think. Living here and discovering the country, I came to the amazing realization that it was me, in fact, who had been brainwashed all along. And this was, without a doubt, the most life-changing realization in my life. It made me question almost everything about my understanding of the world.
It's a tiny island, and yet the United States is going out of its mind. How dare you sign this thing? The threat that this poses. This is how America feels about a small island signing a security pact with China, but then when it comes to the United States pushing into Ukraine in NATO, we say, well, why is Russia concerned about that at all? And so we say we're defending Ukraine, but actually Ukraine is being destroyed.
It was a slave-owning, genocidal country, killing Native Americans for a white culture. But amazingly, it still looks that way, although we're much more diverse now than we were.
Let me ask you this, because this is...
I want to point out that these are deep cultural distinctions.
Right.
The most violent country in the world since 1950 has been the United States. It's been by far involved
Jeffrey,
in more
stop now.
wars.
Jeffrey, Jeffrey, I'm your moderator, and it's enough.
Okay, I'm done.
We don't want to admit that. We're scared of the Chinese. What is this fear based on? It's not rational to me. The Chinese come to Europe and say, we're going to invest in things. Don't let them invest. Don't let them, but it's okay if the US comes in and builds, what do they build? They build airfields from where they had extraordinary rendition, that great democratic program that the US had, where they democratically went and they democratically took people off the streets of Italy, democratically put them on a CIA plane, democratically brought them to Shannon, democratically refueled the plane, democratically took them to Guantanamo, and democratically ruined their lives. That's somehow acceptable. But if the Chinese come and say, I want to open a shop, oh, well, that's colonialism.